Hello everyone and welcome back to Against the Storm. I'm going to be playing this today. We've been having a nice run with Darkest Dungeon 2, but I felt like doing some more Against the Storm as I have missed it greatly. Haven't played it in a little while, so quite looking forward to this. There's been a few updates. The Forest Treasures update we haven't tried yet, which is adding a lot of interesting things to small glades, which was, I think, one of my biggest problems with the game was that the small glades weren't very interesting and they weren't very rewarding. But today, hopefully, that all changes as we are going to be trying out the Forest Treasures update. Now, there is a really interesting update in the works on Experimental as well, which I'll definitely be trying once that gets, I guess, a little bit further along in development progress. But for now, this is what we're doing, and we're going to be jumping into the marshlands next to a, what's it called? Ancient Battleground, which means you start with 50 hostility points and it scales with difficulty. So we're going to be doing this and having a slightly easier time, I think, as I have returned to the game. Kind of forgotten how to play it a little bit, I'll admit. But let's grab some humans and some lizards and lots of bonus people. So we'll be kind of going in with 14 villagers, but some quite nice starting goods. 24 barrels, okay. And on this map we have copper and stone, coal, so we might be setting up some mines and some interesting stuff. So let's grab, I like starting with some stone, and let's take some extra food and head on in to the marshlands. Okay, so our Ancient Battleground modifier is 100 hostility points. That's pretty nasty, so we start at hostility level 1. But we have the Clear Skies modifier, increases the speed at which traders arrive by 300%. We have Flooded Roads. During the storm, the travel cost of all trade routes increases by 2, and that is going to be active immediately. And resources burn quicker from the Ancient Hearth. Less food production speed, that's not too bad. And chance to consume double food, which I can prevent it with complex food. Nothing too nasty. I was dreading having that eerie song modifier, because everyone would start dying, and if we start with all that bonus facility, that will be a real problem. We're going to do my standard start. The muscle memory is kicking in, and we're just building roads and building some lovely woodcutters camps. Well, two right next to each other is fine. We just are in a glade full of eggs, which is a bit strange. Probably want to start gathering them immediately. Otherwise we're just going to be gathering eggs for the whole game. I mean, this is a pile of 20 eggs, and then we've got 7 of them, so we've got a fair amount of eggs there. We've got 140 eggs to start with. Bit of an odd start, but fine, I'll take it. I'm glad I took that bonus stone. And we have Dangerous Glades to our north, Dangerous Glades to our south, and some small glades to our east. Now I'm more interested in the small glades now, because we want to give the update a go. We have Forbidden Glade in the northeast, in the northwest, and I think I remember seeing someone in the south. They're actually all quite far away. Maybe we'll be heading south this game. That looks pretty reliable. There's a lot of open space here if we can get these trees cut away. We have our third race is the Foxes. Will be joining us today. Quite a nice start. I think I would have slightly preferred Harpies, but only slightly. The Foxes, I think, are very decent. there isn't much fertile land on this map, so we don't want a huge population of humans. I need to go crazy with those farms, but they do gather from foragers' huts quite nicely. So the humans are still good on this map. Yeah, I think we unlocked an extra choice on cornerstones last time. I don't remember seeing 4, so this is pretty nice. New type of grain, gain 3 mushrooms for every 10 grain produced. No, we're going to be rolling in mushrooms, I think. Now, what is our clear trader modifier again? It increases the speed at which traders arrive, so not to do with our trade routes. So there's no benefits to our trade routes here. We do have a negative to our trade routes, so I'm not sure about the peasant supplies. Force of nature, gain +1 stormwater production for every 2 woodcutters. I mean, that's fine. Lost in the Wilds is interesting. I think I'm going to go for that. I think we're just going to build a big settlement. I'm not sure if that's a great perk, because really, well, you're probably going to get about 6 to 8 villagers from that, which I guess is a fair amount of population. But that is going to be across a game. That is not going to be very quickly at all. And one of the reasons I kind of didn't want foxes is because I wanted to make a mine and dig up the coal on this map. Okay, help from the queen, have 6 humans, and it's +1 to mushrooms actually, that's really good. And the farm, not so much, but mushrooms on this map is very strong because you get them from the trees, and we can do it instantly as well, which is quite nice. I don't think I can do the fox resolve particularly, but we do want more parts and boxes of tools, and we are going to build a trading post. And hurried expedition, complete any 2 glade events in 10 minutes. And while those rewards would be lovely, I don't think that's going to happen. We'd have to go into 2 dangerous glades most. Oh, actually no. Because there are small glades now, aren't there, with more glade events, so that is possible. That's no longer such a negative to the small glades, is they actually do have events in them. Or so I've been told. Unless the developers have been lying. So I hope they haven't. Buildings. What do we have? We have a smokehouse. Is jerky useful? Lizards eat jerky, but that's it. We have a forager's camp, a kiln. I think a kiln is going to be very nice here actually. I think we're just going to go for that. Because I do find on this map you do run out of wood quite quickly. Lumber mill, carpenter, weaver, they all do similar things here. Some training gear would be new. Smokehouse. Again, we don't really need that jerky, and there isn't any clay on the map. So I'll probably be looking at the weaver, but for now I'm gonna just leave it as it is. We should just get this kiln rolling straight away. And in our order just yet, we want to at least get a little bit of what's it called again? Queen's Impatience. We want to get a little bit of that so I can get rid of it again. Just in case we have a bad start and we stack our impatience a little too high. I'm building a lot of housing early just because we already have that hostility 1. I have no way of getting rid of it. So our initial storms are going to be quite nasty. Quite nasty indeed. Let's prioritize making some bricks, and we can make, let's say we can make 20 bricks here. And we do want to make quite a bit of coal, but not very much jerky. We have found our first thing in a glade. We have a ring punk drill. One of the Brass Order's curious little inventions. It appears to be broken. Now we can disassemble it, and this gives us pipes and oil and costs stone, or we can fix it. Spawns 2 to 3 copper ore veins nearby. It does use a lot of my tools. I'm not sure how good that is. I don't feel like I need to rush copper ore. And there is stone in this glade. I think we're just going to disassemble it. And we'll send my fox to do it. Because the pipes could be useful. Because pipes are a little bit tricky to make. And the oil might be useful for a glade event later on. Yeah, that is such a big change, actually, having some glade events in these small glades. That does make this hard expedition a lot easier to complete. Here we have no glade event, but we do have a Stormwater Geyser and some mushrooms and some stone, as well as some coal. Well, let's just go into a third small glade. I mean, why not? If they're going to be rewarding, let's open them up. Maybe we will get a fox as our firekeeper once we get nearer to the storm. And that will reduce our hostility a little bit. I have a lot of idle humans. Didn't realise that it was so bad. Should definitely be employing them to do something useful. And that something should probably be a crude workshop now. How about getting a lizard house? I think we need fabric, but hopefully the crude workstation will fix that problem. Do have some reed we can make. That is not what I want to do. Let's turn these things off. We're going to prioritize the fabric for now. Cap it at 20 as well. Seems to be a fairly good number to cap it at. I'll move our woodcutter's camp so we can clear all this stuff on the side and get to this small glade. So the one I'm quite interested in is there apparently a glade event where you find a deer. Oh, a mystical deer, and it goes to another glade and then it empowers it, and I'm very interested in what that does. What's my fox doing? He's cleared the rain punk drill, or disassembled it. Just hit it with 10 stones. Out of bricks, which was obviously going to happen, because we had everyone making bricks, so we can probably send these guys, these two humans, we could put them in a stonecutter's camp. Now I need 8 happiness, I think, and that is not happening with my lizards. They are very unhappy. You could really do with a lizard house, or several, in fact. We need to get this hostility down a bit, just in case, and we need to get this resolve up. I'm really hoping a fox moves into this house. Okay, good. Because if all three of my humans moved into this house, I'd have to build another one just for the fox. But no, he will survive the storm. It is just the lizards who are going to be problematic. But there are enough bricks, and should be enough fabric in a second to hopefully build one, maybe even 2 lizard houses. It might get me close enough, I hope, to having the correct amount of resolve to survive this storm. Actually, it's probably better to have a lizard, isn't it? I'll boost everyone up. Okay, it is storm time almost. Another thunder rumbling. What I should have done is built a park. That's max priority. Let's build that as quickly as possible so we can get the +2. And we need to probably remove some people, so we're at 1. If I get this park built in time, the lizards will be happy enough to survive this storm. They might not actually have any issues, even if they aren't happy enough. Their resolve might not actually decay in time. But I think the houses that I built for them are starting to come into play. And we're okay. This hostile ground modifier is... sorry, no, ancient battleground modifier. Quite nasty. But only really a problem at the beginning of the game. Probably want to build a trader, and we can now move him so he can be in an annoying place. Let's prioritize building this trader, please. I think all of my wood has been taken for planks and for coal. Well, I think I messed up. Thought I'd find another glade event quicker. I don't think I'm going to get this right expedition. That was a mistake. Oh well, it wasn't a big deal. Because you really don't have much time to do it. You have Rebellious Spirit, Ancient Pack, Economic Migration, or Cheap Construction. I think we're going to go for Rebellious Spirit. Just because we do need that resolve boost to come through as quickly as we can. There was no glade event in this glade. Okay. Well, maybe we've just had bad luck, but it feels like some glades still really aren't that worth it. But there is more stuff in them, I guess. That's nice. We'll go for the Weaver, let's pick that up. We have an Apothecary as a reward, but we're not going to get that reward, so that's not relevant. I don't really have much crossing over food. We have pies, and we have pickled goods and skewers. There's a cornerstone to do with those, so that could be useful. Oats, not useful here, only humans can use them. Rolls literally cannot be used. Ale, none of these really is very good. I mean, probably the Apothecary, but because we can make incense and we can make tea, and that does have crossover here. Unfortunately, we are not going to get it from our raid expedition. That was my mistake. I kind of forgot about it. the rust is starting to show a little bit. Not prioritizing my time very well in this game. Oh well. Let's actually head into a dangerous glade though. Could have done this much earlier. So let's just pick up that apothecary because we are not going to do it in time. Because even if I do get into the dangerous glade in the next minute, which is not going to happen, I can't actually deal with the glade event. So that is a deceptively short amount of time that you have to do that glade event because you need to... Sorry, that raid expedition. Because glade events themselves take about 3 minutes to complete, so really you only have 7 minutes of time. How many oil villages do we have? We have a few. You can maybe start picking up some more mushrooms. I think I need to cap this coal. Let's cap it at 20. Too much of it is being used. We are running out of wood. We do want to build that weaver as soon as possible. Let's maybe just move the crude workstation here, because we'll probably delete it at some point. We can build the weaver. Orders. We have need for jerky fulfilled or happy foxes. We can build tea, so we'll probably go for the happy foxes. And here we have Stonecutters Trail. Produce 40 stone in the building Stonecutters Camp, and that gives us not great rewards, honestly. I think we go for probably the Butcher, I think. Because not only can I do it right now, but it gives me +1 to meat, and it gives me some way to produce skewers, which is going to be a big source of my food this game. We have a beanery. Porridge is very nice here. Pickled goods are good. Crystallized dew. We do need a bit of it, so that I think that beanery is a no-brainer. Definitely going for that one. I don't think I can actually use it necessarily yet. I don't want to produce training gear just yet, but we do want to be producing fabric. Now, as this crude workstation is just a plank making machine, probably doesn't need 2 people working on it, as we have no beavers, so I don't need an insane amount of planks. So let's remove you. Okay, we have found a smokehouse. We keep finding the smokehouse, in fact. And we have an open vault. Now we can bury the entrance, or we can perform the ritual. If I don't deal with this, it wipes out my entire city, basically, so we probably need to deal with it. The ancient tablets would be very nice. I think we perform the ritual and we use the oil that we found earlier to do so. Let's do that. We are now at hostility level 5. We have a medium abundant cache. We have quite a nice mine we could build here. Lots of copper ore and a little bit of coal. And a big old nest of eggs, because we really needed more of them. Thinking maybe we build a second path down here at some point, probably sooner rather than later. As I'll do it now. I think we have enough fuel to do so. Wouldn't mind getting the woodcutters camp to just cut out this area, see if there's any more coal. So like we've got this kind of to start clearing it back here, so I can actually build around my Ancient Hearth a little bit better. Another trader. He's not selling anything that I'm particularly interested in, perk-wise. And I don't think I need any of his goods, we are doing fine. Let's pop down on the lizard house. No reason not to, I don't think. What does the beanery need to make stuff? Porridge is mushrooms and water. Well, we can get that straight away actually, so we should probably start doing that. We do have some barrels to make pickled goods, so I think this beanery needs to be made, well, now really, it needs to be made now. Let's get the geyser pump. We can use, what would be useful? Probably the stormwater would be useful, because it can also be used in the kiln. I could pick up both. I have those bonus pipes from dismantling the drill. Except we've dealt with the open vault. We have another small hearth, just in time for the storm. Down to 1 hostility. I don't think we can get away with 2 people. My foxes would be too unhappy. So that does mean we are going to need a way to boost them up. And that is what I'm working on. That is what that beanery is for. Making some porridge for both our humans and our foxes, and then also getting some pickled goods for our foxes and our lizards. So that is really the perfect combination. Although I have no way of sustaining the pickled goods, we're going to have to use barrels. Who likes working in the beanery? I think it's the foxes. Grayed out for some reason, that was strange. Not seen that before. I should cap these. Let's cap them both at 40 for now. I'm sure that will be enough. And we can think about what we want to do next. So we need to get some amber, we need to complete some glade events, we need some happier lizards. I think that will sort itself out shortly. And we need to complete another glade event. So we're probably going to be going south now, I think, into our next dangerous glade. Let's see if there's anything nasty in there. Hopefully not. Whoops. Struggling to employ that lizard. We have a cornerstone. Gain 10 skewers for every 10 pickled goods produced. We're going to be making pickled goods, so I think that's a no-brainer compared to the rest of these. So let's do it. More food is always good. Probably. I guess I don't know enough about this game to make that claim, but I'm going to make it anyway. Let's get a couple of fox houses around our new hearth. And what was this again? A smokehouse. Produces jerky, pottery, and incense. I don't really need that. I'm wondering if I should just salvage it for the jerky and the pottery. I don't think that building is going to be very useful compared to what we already have. What was it that was interesting? I feel like I'm missing a building that I picked. Oh well. I might have just been mistaken. We've hit hostility level 3. Not a big problem. Just need to get those lizards happier now. And we can do that shortly, I hope. Once we get some more pickled goods rolling. Let's get another fox employed. Boost their resolve up a little bit. Some drizzle water would be nice, because then we could boost the beanery, but we haven't found any just yet. Okay, Mr. Lizard. Or I think this is a female lizard, actually. Let's trade some goods. We want 10 ember at the minimum. And what do we want? I never really know what to buy here. The pickled jars could be really nice, so maybe we want 28 ember. So what can I sell? Sell some bricks. This might not be doable. Could sell some fabric, sell a little bit of oil. And some tools. I'm not sure if this is a good trade, but we're gonna make it. We're gonna buy the pickle jars and then we're gonna hand in our trading post. Because we get tools from that anyway, I forgot about that. We have a new blueprint. We have the herbalist camp, the ranch, the plantation and the brick oven. I think I've seen the plantation in every single blueprint so far. It's a bit annoying. But the brick oven could be nice. Do want to make some pies. However, I have no flour and no way of making it. We're going to sit on that blueprint for now, and we'll see what's in my dangerous glade. Might build some human houses. Can indeed. Let's get a couple of them going. Let's move my gutters up a little. Now I know this isn't very efficient, but aesthetically having this little strip of forest here is annoying me. Even though I need to get into the dangerous glade as quick as possible. I don't want to leave this here. In these 2 new human houses, we can boost this small hearth to an encampment. Get a nice garden behind the fox houses. Okay, no, I need to get into this dangerous glade. And the orders we have: Power of the Storm or Luxury Goods. Well, Power of the Storm I can actually do, so I think we'll pick that one. And New Clothes or Pyromania. The rewards for Pyromania might be quite nice. I guess we can do that. The clothing, only humans wear clothing in this settlement, so not too needed. So let's go for Pyromania. I just realised, are my lumber camps not full? No, they are. Everyone's just very happy and I'm not used to seeing that. I thought I must be doing something wrong. I guess I'm doing something right. Oh, that's fortunate. We have a brick oven in this encampment. So we don't need to pick that now. And we have the Hidden Trader Cemetery and a large encampment full of people. Okay, Hidden Trader Cemetery is not too bad. We can burn it down, or we can report it. Reporting the reward is very poor actually. Burning it down feels pretty bad. But I think we're going to burn it down. I would like another fox to do this though. Let's remove the guy in our weaver. And second fox reduces the time by quite a big chunk. And yeah, we can use the oil, burn it down, get some more money. Fragrant roots, I don't think there are any roots on this map. I haven't made any provisions yet. Veer around our new hearth a little bit. Get me some more building space. Should really upgrade this other hearth as well. Yep, this, I mean, you're not wrong. I think this game is pretty fire. This is Against the Storm. I really like it. I think it's probably one of the more interesting city builders to come out for a long, long time. When a friend explained it to me as a roguelike city builder, I thought that sounds terrible. But having played it myself, the developers have done a fantastic job of making this game gel together. I never feel overly attached with a city, I guess, but every city feels fun, and I think that is an incredibly hard thing to accomplish, to get that roguelite bit right. We need to start using some of our storm water. Let's pop some pipes in our kiln. Boost the production by 100%, I think it is, for both. And let's employ some more lizards here. Get the kiln, the jerky, and the coal rolling. Yeah, I cannot recommend Against the Storm enough. I think it is out of early access now. No, sorry, they've extended their early access, but this game feels very complete so far, honestly. They're just adding more things now. You went down the rabbit hole on RimWorld, but that's close to City Builder. Okay. Yeah, RimWorld is strange, I think is the fairest way to put it. RimWorld is whatever you want to make of it is kind of what RimWorld is. Unfortunately, we have gained quite a lot of hostility. This storm is going to be pretty bad for the first 10 seconds. We have enough resolve to survive it though. And now we're happy again. One of the key parts of this game is managing the hostility of the forest, which is basically how badly you're treating the forest, I guess. So woodcutters boost the hostility quite a lot, and that will make it, when it's the storm season, which is what it is now, much more hostile. So we have all these negative modifiers appearing. I got kind of lucky. These are all randomly generated. Oh, sorry, it's a random selection every time, and I got some pretty tame ones. So we're actually not too bad off, but there are some very nasty ones later on, like having villagers die randomly can be very nasty. The overall goal of the game is to get this blue bar all the way to the left before this red bar goes all the way to the right. And this red bar just is basically a timer. It's very lenient and there's ways to reduce it, but if you're having your villagers die a lot, or if they're leaving because they're unhappy, that will really increase the impatience of the queen. So saying there's a timer, I think, is a bit of a lie, I guess. It's very hard not to win if you're just doing fine. You'll never run out of time. But if you're struggling a lot, that's when things might get a bit bad. Okay, so we have cornerstones to pick from. Now, this map, really, I always struggle to harvest enough wood. So I'm thinking we pick up the woodcutter's prayer, but this causes us to lose all stored fuel. So this is a bit of a gamble, but we can have our woodcutters start cutting down wood immediately. And we are producing a little bit of coal. Having no fuel means our hearths will stop burning and stop protecting us against the storm. Okay, people time. I did say I didn't want too many humans, as they're not going to be that useful this game. We are doing very well with foxes, so I think we want more of them, so let's go with the right option. So foxes are very happy, and having them be very happy is a way of gaining this blue bar. We want to sell all of our ancient tablets, and maybe we can pick up some amber for now. Don't think I need anything else he's selling. Don't think I need any of these perks either. Okay, and in our next order, 3 blueprints available. I really need to spend these. Now we found a brick oven, so we don't need to make that. A brewery is not very useful. Smokehouse, neither. Let's re-roll. We have a forager's camp, a tool shop, a supplier, and bricks. I think a supplier is going to be very useful here. We can make planks at a more efficient way. We can make some flour, which will go into our pies, and biscuits if we want to make them later on, and water skins. We need a way of well, putting pickled goods in our water skins is what I need to do. So pick up our supplier. We have too much fabric. Yeah, unfortunately I'm skipping the dank Kush house, as you put it. Because we already have something like that. We have an awful lot of mushrooms. Let's start making a little bit of flour. Mushroom-based flour. And we can make some planks here. We can drop our crude workstation, as it is now obsolete. Make some planks more efficiently. Make our wood go a little bit further. And let's rebuild this brick oven. This is where we're going to be making all our pies. I haven't been into a new glade in a while, and we should probably start looking at going to this dangerous glade, or even this forbidden glade actually. Start working my way towards that. There's a lot of trees between me and it. But on the Marshlands map, which is the map I'm playing in, every forbidden glade, and these are like the most dangerous, nasty glades in the game, has a big... Well, hopefully we'll find out that has a big resource node in it. Should get there in time. Like a really shiny rock? Something a bit more exciting than a really shiny rock. Hopefully. There's one that's a little disappointing. It's the one... There's one of 3 that can be in this glade, and I always find the one that is kinda boring. But there are 2 that are interesting. another house down here. Let's get another fox house. Let's get 2. Then we can pop down another park and some more gardens. And this will fully upgrade my small hearth to a neighbourhood, which gives us 10% increased production speed. Should be very useful. We have our next order. It is to have 2 neighbourhoods, which we're literally working on. Now to have some farms. There is not much farm fertile soil even on this map, so we're not going to be going for that. We'll take the advanced districts. We have our 1 neighbourhood here, and this is about to be a neighbourhood, so that's a pretty fortunate one. Those orders are all randomly generated, by the way. I keep saying randomly generated, that's not the right term. Randomly selected from a big pool, so you'll never get the same set of orders every game. So there is a lot of variety in the roguelite aspect of this. Okay, we can hand in for our rewards. We really need to pick some blueprints. I'm thinking a little bit too hard about it. We have the Explorer's Lodge. This is fine, but not super interesting. I think we're going to re-roll. Trapper's Camp. I'm going to pick this up to be safe. I want all the camps on this map. We can make some wine and some barrels. We can make some... Well, we have water skins here in our supplier. Need to re-enable them actually, but we don't have any oil or meat to make them. But thankfully with our Trapper's Camp, we can now harvest these leech brood mothers. Get some lizards doing that. We can cut down some of these trees. We can actually make a path. I might put a workshop here. Warehouse. I knew it was one of those words. Start making some pies after the storm. But now it is storm time, and this is going to be a nasty storm. So we need to reduce our hostility as much as we can. Because my lizards are a little bit unhappy. I'm not sure I can get it all the way down to 2. I'm going to have to sacrifice some wood. I have very little wood to do this actually. As you can see, my lizards are leaving. They are unhappy. So if this gets all the way down to 0, they'll start leaving the town. Fortunately, lizards take a long time to become unhappy. So we should be okay for a little while at least. In fact, I might as well just put my woodcutters back. We have far too many idle workers there. That was 1 too many woodcutters. There we go. Lizards can gather this meat, and then we can start making some pies. Egg pies. A little unappealing, but nice enough. Better than nothing, I guess. Or better than eating raw eggs, which is what they've been doing so far. Alright, thank you for watching for a bit. I'll see you later. I hope you have a good meet. No lizards left. Oh, and we got the exciting trader. I think I just unlocked him. He's the loot box trader, which is, of course, what everyone wants to hear. Loot boxes in this game, but this is actually done excitingly. With just in-game currency. Now, do we do the big gamble? Do we spend all our money on the epic loot box? Sorry, mystery box. Contains a large number of goods and 2 epic perks. And we gotta go for the epic perks. Here comes something useless. We We got some pickled goods, which is good, some tea, which we'll use later, some pie, very nice, ton of fabric, and unfortunately we got cannibalism. Just gain 30 meat every time a villager dies or leaves, and metallurgic proficiency. Which increases the production speed of copper bars, crystallized dew, and all recipes that use metal ingots. I would say those two epic perks are not the best. We aren't gonna have any villagers dying, I hope. And we have nothing that is producing copper bars at the moment. We will do shortly. Because I just remembered I can build a mine. I keep forgetting. So we have a distillery, a press, a brickyard, and a clothier to pick from. None of these are very exciting. I guess we can pick the distillery, because it does at least give us something new, or we could pick coats. Maybe coats actually, just keep our humans happy. I think I'm going to go for coats because we have a lot of fabric. And here we have a market, a tea doctor, temple, and an alchemist's hut. Now the market will give me a place to distribute tea, as will the tea doctor. And each of these do give you a small bonus. The temple gives me a place to, I think it's education and incense. I think we're going to go with the tea doctor, because I can produce tea and I can produce training gear. So we're going to be doing that. And let's build this tea doctor somewhere in our base. This is going to be a little skewer. That's fine. And we have cornerstones and new people to find. Stormwalker training grounds, Lost in the Wilds, and exploration contract. All of these are kind of a bit early game. Apart from training grounds, I don't really need it, I don't think. So we're going to re-roll this. Not great either here. We don't have any farms, don't need plant fiber. You've heard what I've said about metallurgic proficiency. We're going to go for the flame amulets. It decreases hostility. Always good. Always good. And newcomers. Let's get a load of lizards. Or maybe foxes. Let's go for foxes. They're very happy at the moment. And we should build this butcher. I am going to get rid of this smokehouse though. Doesn't seem very worth it. So let's salvage it. This is a real forest we need to cut through, but I will get to this dangerous glade at some point. Now that my woodcutters produce less hostility, let's build a third woodcutters camp. Butcher is up. And we can now build some skewers and some more efficient jerky. So we can disable jerky in our kiln. Probably remove a lizard as well. Get 3 lizards in our butcher. Start making some efficient jerky and some delicious skewers. Actually, we can make jerky to make skewers, which is nice. We have our mine. Let's send all our humans down the mine. Should really build a warehouse here, so let's do that. That's long overdue. We need another fox house. I'm a bit low on planks though. But I'm completely out of planks. Oh dear. No, I misread that. I thought I had made 127 flour. We have 127 mushrooms. That's fine. Don't need that much flour though. And now we can start making some coats as well. Actually, we only need one worker here, and let's cap it out at 40 coats, as only our humans will be using them. We have built an awful lot of buildings all of a sudden, kind of had a big boost in our city. You can see people are pretty happy because of it. Just need to get this tea doctor, get some people in it. Let's get all foxes in our tea doctor. And now they're going to start taking the tea and the training gear and boosting everyone's happiness by quite a big chunk. We have another trader, it's the lizard again. She's selling anything useful. Not massively, nothing that I need I don't think, but we do have a nice little sturdy boots perk, but I don't have enough money for it, and I don't think I want to trade away anything I have here. I guess I could sell all of my tools, but even then that's not really worth it. So no, nothing today, thank you. Went building that fox house? I did. We are very close to this Forbidden Glade, finally, after chopping down all these trees. But we will wait till next year to find out what's in it. Another 2 minutes till our final 2 orders arrive. Probably be mining this large stone. Blueprint. What do I want? We already have flour, so we don't need the rain mill. The granary, we already have all of that. Bakery as well. We could get a tavern, that is quite nice. We're not producing any oil or wine though. I think we're ticking along very nicely here. Let's build a blight post. For those of you that don't know, this is kind of fairly recent for me at least, update, is the rain punk, which lets you build pipes to all of your buildings and use the rainwater to kind of boost them up. But it does have the downside of making these horrible little flowers that you can see right there. It's going to open up in a second and start attacking my hearth. So we need to employ these firefighters to deal with it. Wow, my foxes are incredibly happy. There's some lizard firefighters. And build some purging fire. It is this one mean little plant, soon to be burnt to a crisp, hopefully. Opening up and corrupting our hearth, and if it gets fully corrupted, it sends out a death wave through our village, which kills all of our lovely villagers, and we don't want them. But thankfully, we've only got one. It's only 14% corrupt. It's the maximum it can do. So don't need to worry too much about that. But if you do go really heavily into the rain punk stuff, well, it becomes pretty nasty. And I think I really should do that. Let's build another geyser. How do I make pipes again? In the crude workstation. So I need to rebuild that because I deleted it. Unless I can find, maybe re-roll this blueprint and find a smeltery. I think that can make pipes as well. More excitingly, let's see what's in this forbidden glade. Find out what's so forbidden about it. Before we do that, let's see if there's any orders to go into two forbidden glades. There's one for incense. I don't think I can do that, can I really? No, we have the apothecary. I guess we can do it maybe. And here we have advanced outposts, or we pretty much already have that, so let's pick that one. Need to get some districts going. One already. What have we got in the Forbidden Glade? Gee, cornerstone time. Yeah, let's reduce hostility. We'll take that. We'll play it safe. Not sure if that's the right choice, but it's the safe one. We have a giant proto-fungus. This is kind of what I was hoping for. I do like this one. We have a load of small mushrooms, a coal deposit, a copper vein, a large abandoned cache, a tinkerer, and something very nasty hiding under the ground. So you can just see his claw right there. I think I'm the right way around. Let's see him pop up. No, I was looking at his back. Yes, this is an infected drainage mole. Very nasty creature. Who we can either perform a ritual with, or we can heal him. I like the idea of healing him. I don't think it's going to happen though. In fact, I can't interact with him in any way. That's a problem, because if I don't, he does an earthquake. Kills all villagers and destroys all resource nodes, buildings, and events. As you can see, this big green section will be obliterated, including my lovely giant proto-fungus. Well, we need to sort this out somehow. We need to make some tea. A very British solution to dealing with a problem. I need this apothecary. We definitely make tea, that's fine. Let's prioritize this. We definitely need some planks as well. Max priority on the planks, please. We have everything we need, we just need a little bit more time to do it. What does this tinkerer do? Creates tools, training gear, and packs of building materials. That is not very exciting. I guess we'll take some more... Probably just some more foxes. I guess more pipes is useful. Sure. We are completely out of planks and has kind of brought my entire city to a standstill. Let's get the crude workshop going. Get it making some planks and some pipes would be nice. Not 115, that's a little bit too many. We only need 16. And this trader save us. He can sell us some planks, that could be nice. We've got an awful lot of leather. At the moment, a load of copper ore, I can't do anything with, so I might as well sell it. Can I just buy planks? This feels a bit dumb. Really need some. We just need 30 cups of tea. However, doing this does do some nasty stuff. We get 8 blight rot cysts, those are the nasty corrupting flowers, and then they become active and start corrupting. So good thing we built this blight post, and good thing we've stocked it up full of purging fun. It's quite fortunate. Right, apothecary is made. Let's get the tea rolling. We need to not be consuming the tea, so I'm going to remove everyone from the tea doctor. Just to make sure we maximise out on tea production. And let's even pump it full of some water. Some rainwater. How long have we got? 9 minutes until the earthquake goes off. It's going to be a little close. This is going to be a little close. Oh, I did not see that there was 40 cups of tea in a crate right next to him. I don't have enough stone though. Right. Let's try and break this open anyway. That's pretty fortunate. Be able to grab enough stone. Hopefully make a little bit more in time and then get the tea out of here and feed it to our infected drainage bomb. You might get a death wave because of the corruption, but I guess we just have to deal with it. And let's pick up a tavern because we can just build one right away. And there's the tool shop to make pipes, but I need to smith some bars, which we could do in a grill. That's certainly doable. To make some space for my tavern. There's my wood cuts up, there it is. Probably do some housing, I forgot about that. Starting to lose any aesthetic appeal as I'm just ramming houses in everywhere. Well, do the best we can. Another human house. Get a load of humans. I think we have enough planks and bricks. This one might be out of range, I'm not sure. Pop our tavern down at the end here. World's End Tavern. Bit of a disappointing movie, that. And that's what I'm talking about, The World's End. Was Simon Pegg movie, I think? I think that's the correct name. I mean, Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz, fantastic movies. World's End was not great. people in the tavern. Gives me a +3 to resolve, I think. We are really running out of time. Let's get some foxes as quick as we can dealing with this mole. I'm not sure if I'm going to do this in time or not. We need... Okay, we have enough tea. Just need the foxes. Take one to the tavern. Sure, a lizard can go in instead. Right. Hope I've balanced this time-wise. We've got 4 minutes to get all the goods there and start performing the ritual. If not, this is going to explode. I've never seen the earthquake before, so I guess we'll see something new at least. But we also have all of our corruption here, because I've started the event. All the blight cysts. Annoyingly, they spawn really far away from my blight post, so my guys have got to track a fair distance to deal with them, but that shouldn't be a problem. And we have our next cornerstone, porridge production. We could increase that. Not sure if that's needed. Probably what we're going to go for though. We could do scouts work 10% faster in glade events for every firekeeper assigned. We actually, let's play it safe, we're going to pick that. Reduce the time of this even more. Because I think if I didn't get that, actually, we might have blown up horribly. Because my foxes are taking a fair amount of time to get this tea to where it needs to go. I think here come the last 5 cups. We have our loot box man is back. Let's buy one loot box. Can I even afford a loot box? Let's trade some stuff for it. Here we have our small mystery box. We got stone, plant fiber, leather, and shovels. Villagers move 10% faster on roads. That's pretty good. We have roads all over the place. Well, with about 10 seconds to spare, I've managed to heal the infected drainage mob. That was spooky. That could have been real bad. I think it is safe then to start gathering from the giant mushroom. We have our newcomers arriving. We don't really need any particular type of person, so let's just get a mix. We do need to start upgrading our small hearth. We need more harmony decoration, so let's get some small flame posts around. Pop them around a bit. That should upgrade my hearth to a district. I can't believe how close that was. If we hadn't gotten that perk, we would have actually died. Nasty. Mine has no ore. I see. Well then, we need to fix that. Use our planks. Well, let's get a pit pony. Some more ore and faster gathering speed. Should really be cutting back some of the forest behind this ancient hearth. Move that along. Just all my focus was on that glade event. Start putting some people back into the tea doctor. An awful lot of tea. And the infected drainage mole is now healed. Gain a reputation for that, and we gain some money as well. I think with that we are probably about to win this match. very close to it anyway. I upgrade this last half, I'll do it. Get some more fire shrines. Oh, no, never mind. We are done. We got through there through our happiness. And we unlocked Don't Let the Queen's Impatience Grow above 4 in a single game. Didn't realise it did that. Wasn't trying to. And it was on the Ancient Battleground modifier, which was a big chunk of hostility at the beginning. Which was kind of nasty, but we got some big rewards for that. It's pretty successful and a nice return to this game. As I was feeling a little bit rusty at the beginning. But now we have gotten back into it a bit. I didn't really see much of the new update. But maybe we'll find some more in other games. I am going to definitely be playing another one after this. Let's have a look. We unlocked the Fiery Wraith Cornerstone. Resources you sacrifice in the Ancient Hearth burn 5% longer for every impatient point you have. Sounds like that's a good thing, maybe at higher levels. Let's have a look at our upgrade tree. We have anything interesting to buy. We get the starting ability for the humans. Or we can get an additional caravan choice. I like the starting ability. Haven't encountered one of those yet. And let's just get this one at the bottom. Catch it up to the rest. Okay, the starting ability for the humans is it reveals the location of one of the nearest patches of fertile soil. That means I can get a farm quite quickly. I like the idea of that a lot. Okay. See, these are the AI factions. They're progressing pretty nicely. I'm in 3rd place, unfortunately. Just a little bit behind blue. Now, fortunately, I think I need to go to the marshland again. I do like the marshland because I do want to do this abandoned settlement. Because it's quite an interesting modifier. You start with a load of random buildings. So let's do that. Back into the marshland. But with all different modifiers this time, so it will still be a different experience and a different game. I'm going to put the difficulty back up to Viceroy. Now that I've derusted, we can stay on slightly higher difficulty. Should I say slightly higher? Viceroy is quite a big step up. I've only done it once or twice, but I have been successful both times. Caravan do we want to start with? We can start with just foxes, or we can go with harpies and beavers. I think I'm going to go with harpies and beavers, as we didn't have them last game. And let's pick up some bonus eggs, sure. Alright, in we go to the next mission. Just need to make a quick note of what time that is. Okay, yeah, definitely got enough time for another mission, so let's begin. Okay, we have mushrooms after the rain. +3 to mushroom production, getting additional mushroom yields from all gathering, farming, or production. That's really good because all the trees in this place give mushrooms. So we are going to be loaded with mushrooms. And we have the hailstorm. This is a nasty one. If I don't have housing for my villagers, they have a 5% chance of dying every 15 seconds. We have acid rain. Recipes producing building materials yield 50% fewer goods. Cold snap, we had that last game. Just need to feed our villagers complex food. And eerie song. This one is quite nasty. 5% chance for villagers to perish every 15 seconds if I don't provide them with services. Now, services are like the tea doctor, cups of tea, or glasses of wine. those are a bit trickier to start with. But we do have our starting base. Now we have an advanced rain collector, a scribe, and a haunted temple. I've never seen one of these before. I can see maybe why this settlement was abandoned though, if they have a haunted temple right in the middle of town. I certainly wouldn't want to live there. What does the haunted temple do? Does two things. Sacrament of Flame, and that's what it normally does, but consecrated scrolls. Learning from the consecrated scrolls allows us to better understand the threats we're facing. Every 2 villagers with the need for education fulfilled decreases the forest's hostility by 10. That's really good. That seems really, really good. And we have harpies and beavers who both want education. So we're, wow, pretty lucky there. But that is going to be a long time till I can cleanse it. Interesting, yeah, never seen that building before. Advanced Rain Collector, that's not that exciting. And a Scribe is nice because that can build us scrolls. So we have 2 buildings that complement each other perfectly. Where do we want to go? I said I'd explore some more small glades because we want to see what the update is like. So I guess we'll build a bit to the north this game. Start doing that. Okay. First woodcutters camp up. We'll fill it full of beavers as they get double production bonuses for it. And our second one as well. We'll probably be going into this eastern dangerous glade quite quickly as well. We are surrounded by dangerous glades in fact. And the rest of my workers do. Let's gather some eggs. Actually, I should be gathering the mushrooms, shouldn't I? So we have that bonus to mushrooms in the drizzle season. First cornerstone is +2 to leather. We gain 2 amber with 6 specks of trade goods produced. We have the vineyard town. Producing wine, probably not going to pick that one. That's, I think, way too late. Wealthy settlements. I'm tempted to re-roll, but I'm not sure about that. Tanning racks can be nice for the leather, but not sure. We are going to need a lot of fabric, actually. Let's go for the tanning racks. I don't think it's a great perk, but it will be helpful. So we can turn all that leather into fibre, sorry not fibre, fabric. And then we can use that to build our harpy houses. Our harpies are very fancy people. Two farms, we have the smelter, that's what I was looking for last game, something to smelt my copper bars and pipes. And we have the ranch. Not sure about any of that actually. We are going to be doing this game though, is trying to make biscuits. We can use the mushrooms for flour, but I'm not sure what we can put in the biscuits. I can never remember. Okay. We have an order to cut through to 4 glades, but we are surrounded by dangerous glades, so that's probably not going to happen. That would be, I think, a very good way of catapulting ourselves to victory. By victory I mean certain defeat. Definitely build a trading post though. And we're probably going to be wanting to keep our rupees happy, so we can do that. And finally we have building materials or metal veins. We'll be making copper, so we'll do that. Let's see what's in this small glade. I think we find quite a lot of fertile soil, which is very unlikely in marshlands. We will get some the herb garden some use out of that. That's a good point actually. I have the human power or whatever it is. Their starting ability. Oh no. Well, apparently that is the closest location for fertile soil, which is very far away. So probably not going to be picking up any farms this game then. That I guess means we're picking up the smelter? It makes biscuits, we want biscuits. Small glade, we have a clear water geyser, that's very nice. Looks like a bit of copper ore and some leech brood mothers. Very nice stuff in fact. Should really have my workers doing something. So let's build that trapeze. And start getting some housing down maybe. My harpies are very miserable. There's harpy house all the way at the end, there we go. Build a couple, and we will build our crude workstation as well. We want to prioritize making fabric, because we want to get as many harpy houses as we can as quickly as possible, just to stop them being so unhappy. Two down there, and probably a couple of shelters as well. Quite excited about this scribe into haunted temple combo. This is going to be interesting. What do you actually need for scrolls? We need leather, so that's good, or leather and wood, and we need to make pigment or wine. So I need to keep an eye out for pigment or wine. Would you look at that? There's some wine. And wine needs mushrooms, which we can certainly do, and water skins, barrels, or pottery. Now wine is also useful for our beavers, as is the pickled goods and the jerky. That's pretty nice. Probably going to be picking up that cellar, I think. Because I think pigment is made with insects. And I don't think there's any insects on this map. And we can produce water skins and the leather. Now, how do we make pigment? It is copper ore, berries, insects, and coal. That is a bit better than I remember, but I think it's fine to just be making the wine. So we have our goals, I guess. Because we can also use the wine... So we can use the scrolls to actually cleanse the haunted temple. So this scribe, just fantastic combination. And I could get that going really early, actually, I think. Because the wine isn't too tricky to make. Yeah. Okay, we have a game plan. Can try and get this very early. Get my beavers and my harpies educated. That's the goal. I don't want to go into this next small glade just to see if we can find anything interesting. Because I do want to see if we can find one of those deer. Ah, there's no space. Everyone is happy enough to survive this storm. It's a pretty good start to the game. Cellar right next to my main warehouse, probably the best. And while things tick over, we'll be right back very shortly. Back, just in time for the storm. Oh dear. Harpies aren't quite happy enough to survive this. We need to probably drop our woodworkers out, or the lumberjacks even. Bit annoying to lose that time gathering wood, but we have plans. We are going to make this work. We're going to get everyone very, very happy shortly, I hope. Going to rebuild this scribe. We can probably do that during the storm. Rebuild it now. We have the planks, we don't have the fabric. It's taking so long, the fabric. We're actually out of leather. Okay. It's a bit of a problem. It's only a 5% chance of getting leather from the trees, but I think it should be a better chance from eggs. 20% chance from eggs, and 20% chance from leech brood mothers. So we'll get there eventually. Everyone's happy enough now. If far enough through the storm, I can probably put some workers back. Let's drop everything actually. So I thought I had enough fabric, but I did not. Nothing of too much interest in this small blade either, just more resources and another clearance water geyser. Yes, these trees are leather producing trees because they are mushwood. So I don't know. It's fantasy. It's strange. Okay, now we have Work Safety Guide. I've never picked this up before, but every 5 villagers with a need for education fulfilled will increase global production speed by 25%. And so we're going to be going for that. Let's pick it up. And we'll get some more beavers, put in our woodcutters. Well, I think it's weirder that you get leather from eggs. I'm not sure how you do that either. Leather from trees is a bit strange. There is another forest in this game entirely where you get meat from trees. That's pretty strange as well. Okay, we have our not forbidden glade, just a dangerous glade. We have the large destroyed caravan. Which, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna loot this. It's gonna make my harpies unhappy, so I can't loot it just yet. But we're gonna loot this. Just need to wait. What else do we have? We have a drizzle water geyser, we have some big leech brood mothers, and some grain, some mushrooms. Not too exciting, but pretty good nonetheless. I do want these barrels and these flour, and some Persian farmer is always helpful. How can I... need to get people a little bit happier before I can loot it. Speed the game up a little bit. It's not too much to think about at the moment. Do have a really nice spot for a mine here though, lots of ore and lots of coal. Okay, order time. We have, oh dear, going into 5 glades. That's not going to happen either, game. I know you keep wanting that to happen, but no. Pottery and wine. That would be really nice if I could get the pottery. Probably have to buy it at some point, so we'll go for that. And meat treats or clothing the people. We are going to be making clothes. We're going to be making a lot of them this game, so let's go with that. I need to prioritize making this leather worker, I think. Really quite important, actually. So we can make fabric more efficiently. And if I have an excess of wine or scrolls, which I probably will do, we can even pack them into luxury goods here, which is going to be very helpful indeed. Almost gathered the rest of these eggs. Doing terribly at making these orders. I forgot to build the trading post, that doesn't help. Okay, we can finally start gathering some of this meat, which is pretty important. We need the meat and we need the leather. And we can start making this fabric, we can start making the scrolls. We have our trader arrive. Okay, things are looking up a bit. I would like those specialized boots. Woodcutters move 20% faster, just kind of speeds everything along. Brewery would be nice. Or brewery? Can't say that word properly. I have not got any money. At least not enough to spare anyway. Do have an awful lot of mushrooms though. 266 mushrooms. A little bit more housing. We have the scribe soon coming along. We can start making some wine, start turning it into scrolls, and then I'm going to get a huge boost. I just need to survive till I reach that point. Because this is one difficulty level up from the last game. So me kind of being a bit slow at the moment is not very helpful. We might be struggling a little bit to survive here. Everyone's going to be very unhappy during the storm. Some woodcutters out, just in time. Let's speed the game up a bit. We need to be making water skins. To do that I need meat for some reason. Get another harpy going. That turn to fashionable boots, I guess. Get our clothing line up. Would be pretty handy. Because all of our people love clothes. As our last game, everyone was running around naked. Now we do actually want people who want to wear clothing. We have survived year 3. If I don't improve things though, we are not going to survive to year 4. Lay delivery line, that's not that good. Everything else here I think is pretty crap. I am going to re-roll. We have skewers and pickled goods. No one here wants to eat skewers, that's not useful. Roots per minute, I guess it's more food. Maybe we just do that, that doesn't seem worth it. Maybe more newcomers coming quicker could be useful. I think we got a bad selection of anything particularly helpful there. But let's see if we can get some newcomers. I kind of want some humans. What are roots for? Our roots are just a... Well, actually, yeah, should have explained this. A lot of the food and kind of resources in this game are all replaceable. So you'll see here with wine, mushrooms, berries, and reeds can all be used to make wine. Roots are kind of just another source of flour, or I think you can put them in pies, I'm not sure. But they're all slightly different, but it's so that when you have all the RNG elements that come in from the map creation and that kind of stuff, you're not screwed by not having any mushrooms on them. And if you're like, oh, I can't make any of these recipes, it's like, now I have roots, so I can change things up a bit. Yeah, it's kind of like a dynamic economy. Exactly, it's very well thought out. It's kind of when you first start playing the game, you don't need to notice all the things under the kind of like, I guess, hidden in some of these menus, kind of all these different selections. But as you play it a bit more, you realise just how well thought out a lot of the decisions in this game are. And they have been very clever. I need to deal with this caravan. I'm still not happy enough to do so. We really need some food. I think we just need to get this scribing done, really. Cap this at 40, let's say. And then we can get this haunted temple cleansed. And that should be a big boost. Because I haven't dealt with this caravan, it has now ticked over its glade event, and I've gained an impatience down here, and we have unwelcoming region effect, so traders will not visit. But once I do deal with the caravan, it will be fine. But I can't deal with it until I get plus to my unhappiness, which, I mean, I just need to do this, I think. So everyone's unhappy. Let's lower hostility a bit. We have some more orders. Deliver 50 copper. Really need to build a mine, I guess. These are all quite hard. Open 3 caches of any size found in the forest. Well, we have 1 here. And that's it. This is going very poorly. We just need to make this mine. Whoops. So that was the game warning me that if I don't pick this up right away, this timed event, it will disappear. I'm not going to pick it anyway. Probably just go with something I can do. A way to make my harpies a little bit happier. Got the woodcutters out again. No woodcutters does make them happy. I guess that's fine. And we can mine some copper ore and coal, and this will at least get me progressing along on some of my orders. And we can start cleansing the haunted temple, but for doing this we gain -3 global resolve every 45 seconds. Which, yeah, is going to be hard to deal with, but I'm going to try it anyway. We're probably going to lose some people, but I really want to get this set up. Do you think, as is sometimes with RNG in these games, I've been a little bit screwed on these orders? They're all a little bit tricky. And I didn't really get the things I needed to help out with that. We will get some copper ore in a second. I hope. We seem to be just mining coal at the moment. Let's switch them over to only copper ore. Speaking of choice selection, I've been watching my friend play Slay the Spire recently. He describes it as speedrunning, but I think he just hates reading and likes dying in it. Yeah. Act 1 Slay the Spire sucks. But I have seen some people who also claim to speedrun Slay the Spire. It does seem to just be you kind of mesh your buttons together until you get a deck that manages to get through Act 1, and then you're like, yep, okay, we're good. Usually it's picking up kind of like a lot of card removal and getting some poison on the Silent. I think I was watching the Silent speedrun. Silent definitely seems to be the hardest one, I think, to get off the ground, just because you have so many useless cards. But I never got very far in Ascension and Slay the Spire. I liked building stupid decks rather than good ones. If you know what I'm talking about, there is a card called Creative Assembly for the defect, which just gives you a random power every turn. And then you can echo it with a power, so you play like 1,000,000 powers a turn, and if you get one of the power cards it gives you a lightning orb and silly things. Watching him take 2 limit breaks with 0 strength modifiers, I was almost crying. That sounds like me, because I'm like, but I might get some strength later on, so, and then you never do. But strength is so fun though. What do we want here? Smuggler's Visit? I might need to do that actually. Lets me pick any blueprint from anything. 'Cause we really need some food. I'm not sure what that food's gonna be. It might have to be pickled goods. Or baptism by fire. I think I'm gonna go baptism by fire. And let's pick up some more people. Don't really need more harpies. Let's just get a couple more humans and beavers. And we can put people back into my woodcutter's camp. But yeah, I like the Ironclad, but one of my favourite builds as the Ironclad is definitely the block build. And if you don't get blockade, it's not as fun. But getting to like 999 block and then one-shotting someone with Body Slam, just one-shotting a boss, not very viable on higher Ascension difficulties, but it is quite silly, and I like silly. I've never found kind of card games to be where I look for my competitive angle. I guess deck building games, not necessarily card games. You know, so I just do silly things. It's the same with this game. This game has Prestige 1 all the way up to 20, where the game gets very, very hard. I haven't gotten that far, but I have heard people say, you know, it becomes very min-maxy, kind of doing a lot of RNG stuff, hoping to get the right stuff to progress. Can I get a brief difference on the races in this game? Yes. I don't understand that amazingly, but if we see in the top left, each race has a specific thing that they like to give them happiness. I believe every race has 3 types of food and then 3 types of good or service. So for humans here, we have porridge and biscuits and pies. So if I start producing those in my town, they'll be happy. And a lot of the races overlap, so see biscuits on the humans and the beavers and the harpies. And because I've got these 3 races, obviously that says to me, I need to make biscuits this game. The other differences are, apart from the different things that they like, is you see this blue bar? It's very small to see, but this blue bar up here is their reputation threshold. And basically, if they have resolve or happiness above the blue bar, they start generating your reputation, which is your victory condition. So if you can see here, harpies, they're miserable all the time, but once you start getting them to be happy, their blue bar is very low down, so they'll start generating a lot of reputation. So harpies themselves are a win condition, whereas beavers and humans are much more kind of, they help you get to your win conditions, but they won't help you, they won't actually win the game for you, if that makes sense. So if you focus on your harpies, fulfill all their needs, you can win the game, and that's it. Kind of with them. The other difference is beavers are really good builders, and they take less breaks. So people will go to the Ancient Hearth when they have a break, and some people have very short breaks, or some people won't need breaks for a very long time. Because harpies are very decadent, they take a lot of frequent breaks and they have long breaks, so they're not very good workers. But beavers are fantastic, humans are pretty good. You also, the other thing to note with races is they have a specialization, so this building requires a cloth and meat production specialization. Harpies are a cloth specialized race, lizards are a meat production race. Like in the mine, it's engineers, beavers are your engineers, and so on. There's actually quite a lot to it, but really it's kind of just matching the right races to the right jobs, and making sure you've got the right things to keep them all happy. Right, do we want to persuade some people to join our town? We have some escaped convicts. We can persuade them, which gives me -8 to resolve, but does give me a load of new people and goods, or I can arrest them with my no weapons that I have. So I'm probably going to have to persuade them. How are we doing? I think this is going to go badly. I think it's time to cleanse the Haunted Temple. Everyone's going to be very unhappy because I'm doing this. Yeah, I knew that was quite a big information dump about the races. You don't need to know all of that. I didn't know for the longest time that there was any difference between how good your workers were. It was only actually till someone told me, I think on stream, and I was like, oh, cool. But yeah, this game has a lot of depth if you look for it, but you don't really need to know it. I've been making uncapped amounts of wine. Probably don't need as much as I have made. We can probably start making some pickled goods now. I have been making tons and tons of water skins as well. Whoops. That was foolish. Let's get another worker in a pickle good factory. Our cellar. I think, like, if you are interested in this game, one of the biggest pieces of advice I can give is just understanding that complex food is so much better than basic food. So even though I have 341 mushrooms here, people don't really like eating raw food, which makes sense. So this game I did not produce enough food. I still haven't found any way to produce food. It's a little unfortunate. So here we have a bakery and a smokehouse. Now we can start producing some food, maybe. Bakery would be nice. Don't have any flour, but we'll have to get that soon. Let's see back online. I mean, 100 like bottles of wine, or big old flasks of wine, I think is enough for most people. Harpy Builder did leave because they were so unhappy. This should sort itself in a couple of seconds. There we go. Now we have cleansed our temple, and we can actually put some people in it to start getting some education going. Now finally we might actually have a functioning base. income tax or aesthetics. Aesthetics I can do, but there are no berries on this map, so getting +1 to berry production doesn't help. The income tax benefits are better. I totally forgot to upgrade my small half. That is very silly of me. Wow. Now, upgrading it to the level 1 gives you +2 to global resolve, which would have been really handy. But now was having all these issues with resolve. I'm going to be honest, I have just played quite badly this game, but that is, you know, it's kind of something. Still remembering how to play this game, or even learning how to play this game. Surviving the storm nicely. We have our scroll production needs to go up a little bit. I will get some more newcomers after the storm is over, and then we will probably go into some more dangerous glades now that I have stuff to do, well, to probably do the glade events, and then we can start finishing up some of these orders, bringing the Queen's Impatience down, which is going to increase our hostility, but we really are actually kind of close to losing the game, which isn't great. And we found an upgraded trapper's camp in this glade, which is very nice. We have also found a bloodroot flower. Is that what it's called? A deadly carrion organism that feeds on decaying matter, spreads through contaminated rainwater and multiplies with time, becoming more and more dangerous. Blood flowers are a source of extremely rare resources. I guess we get a perk for more crystallized dew and some training gear. Not great, but we need to deal with it, and dealing with it will get rid of cooked and raw food in the warehouse. Okay. So we'll just deal with that now. Oh dear. I don't think any of these help us. Maybe the stone mining one will help, but those are not the cornerstones I wanted to see. There's a lot of harpies. So we are working on that harpy happiness. Let's have a think. What our next moves are. Somehow I don't have enough copper in it. Can't be true. Where has it all gone? I can't have been consuming it. I must have mined more than... If there was 60 in that mine, how have I not mined enough? Next blueprint, please something with flour. Those are not things with flour. There's a trapper's camp and a forager's camp upgrade though, that could be useful. But no flour. I think we're just probably going to re-roll that one, honestly. So I get a little bit of money to do it anyway. a lot of stone. A lot of stone in this area. We need more bricks with that, not that we need to. What we could do probably with another ancient hearth. And I'm somewhere near a load of things. This guy is destroying caches. That's fine, I guess. It's a bit annoying, but it's fine. We don't really need anything from these caches because we didn't have any stone. Now that we do have stone, it's a bit annoying to lose them, but not a big deal. Another trader. Let's get some amber. Desperately need some amber. Sell some bricks, some planks. This isn't the trader that I wanted to see particularly. In fact, I just don't think I can do that. This is the wrong trader. I needed another trader who I could actually sell probably mushrooms to, really. I think selling a little bit of nothings is not what we need. We need to find a proper trader to sell all of our goods to. Our 367 mushrooms worth of goods, to be precise. Well, I probably have enough pickled goods. How is my scroll production going? Probably need to up that a little bit. Should be using our leather to make the scrolls. This does mean that we have education maxed pretty much, and we are gaining 100% global production speed. Wow. That's pretty powerful when you get that number. Another ancient... what am I talking about? We have another trapper's camp. Let's fill that full of people. Not an ancient camp. I mean, limiting this at 10 fabric. Could do with a little bit more than that. But I really don't know what to do with you. Could maybe make some coats. That's not a bad idea, Richie. Let's go for coats. A little bit more space. Really do with another hearth. I was kind of hoping to put one here, but there's the escaped convicts are in the way. Oh, it's way too close anyway. Maybe I could put it down here, near this forbidden glade. That is kind of what I want to do. Like crush some copper. That's fine. Let's start doing that. Clearing out this area. Another harpy house, I guess just more housing in general. Let's upgrade our ancient hub again to scroll. What is this doing? Every 2 villagers with the need for education field decreases the forest hostility by 10. So really, if I can just get more harpies and more beavers, we can maybe just reduce hostility so much that it's not too much of a problem. Wouldn't mind that. Trapper's camp, we can move up to these eggs. And I guess time to fire all our woodcutters. Do I even need to? I don't need to, do I? We mathed correctly. No. In our final order, we have beer snakes. That's a nice one. But I'm not producing any ale, unfortunately. But it would be nice to do that. Have I picked up any buildings that produce ale? Oh, of course, the scribe. Of course. Forgot about you. Don't have any roots or grain. There was a brief ray of hope before it was snuffed out. Could harvest some grain here. I think this is doable. I do think this is doable. Oh no, I have to produce it at a brewery. Oh well, I can't do that. I don't have a... Well, that's disappointing. I didn't think pickled goods could be made in a brewery. Maybe they can. This would be lovely though, but that's not going to happen. Finding 5 ancient tablets probably also isn't going to happen. The Cult of Fire. If we can produce incense, we can do it. Incense. We have no way of making incense yet. The outer wall. I should probably just upgrade the mine, shouldn't I? Do that. Put them all back. Prioritize the copper ore, please. We did manage to persuade the escaped convicts to join. Hopefully that doesn't bite us in the butt later on. And we're going to start cutting down some space around here. Small hearth down as well. Oh, there's a single tree in the way. Frustrating. Woodcutter's back in action. And what have we got? Workers' rations. All workers have a 10% chance of doubling their production, but they also have a 20% chance of consuming twice as much food. Or urban planning. I haven't done any trade routes. Cheaper buildings or lost supplies. I don't need the lost supplies. Let's do workers' rations. I haven't tried that one before. Just cut down this one tree, please, guys. One tree. And in our copper ore, get some more people, some more parts, some more tools, but most importantly, another blueprint. There's the brewery, and yes, it does produce pickled goods. I was wrong. We could make. Don't think a smokehouse is very good. I think I guess a druid's hut. We could do that. No way of making the incense. Okay. Unfortunate, but yes, this mission really is not going very well. Did I build this smithy? I did not. Into a small glade, we have some respectable stuff, that's fine. More importantly, we now have space. Space is what I needed. Smithy is going up, and we can get a boatload of humans. Sure. Humans, you are now going to be living somewhere a little bit far away. Do we need more planks? Probably need another crude workstation entirely, actually. Let's build one down here. A smithy can have, I guess I can have an engineer. Engineers making coats. Sure, why not? Yeah, I think we just save for the reroll here. I have so many little people. Guess I'm filling these buildings, but I don't really need to. Just really need something. Some blueprint that is gonna tip everything over and into victory. Because at the moment this is not progressing well. We have a trader arriving. Hopefully it'll be someone who actually wants to buy some of the crop I have. Not crop, actually, they're really good wares that I have for sale. Like all this wine, yes, finally. And these scrolls. It's not much, but it'll do. I need 15 amber. I have a lot of tools. A single biscuit. That biscuit will be for me. We turn that single biscuit into 20 biscuits. Okay, now we re-roll this. Guild house is good, somewhere to use all my wine. And flour. Thank you. We have flour. Okay. We have progression. We have some ray of hope. This dark and hostile forest. The red mane was our ray. Bridge. Could do that with humans. Could make some jerky. Probably the porridge, right? Because porridge is just mushrooms and rainwater. Yeah, make some porridge too. Why not? Okay, humans. Make me some flour. Bakery, make me everything, please. Or one of everything. We can make berry biscuits, that's fine. We can make egg pies. And we can make some pottery. And I need 25 pottery. But I need an infinite amount of biscuits. Probably what I actually need is 2 bakeries. But let's get the geyser pump. How are we doing? Fabric? We're doing pretty damn well. Things are starting to look up. Not back to the pit. What do you mean by that? Was I saying something and I've probably completely forgotten what it was now? We have a distillery. We just unlock that blueprint and we find one in the glade. But we have found a Harmony Spirit Altar. I do like this thing. Probably shouldn't have gone into a glade right now, but This thing is very nice. Gives us 2 global resolve for every unique service building we have. We only have 1, but 2 global resolve is very nice. Ah yes, you're safe. I found a potential win condition, yes. I see now. But no, we are going to be baking goods. That's how we win. Finally. We have food. Clothing. We have the basic human needs. Oh no, we also have the eerie song. And I cannot deal with this. We need to drop our hostility. Yeah, drop it even more actually. Drop it down to 3. That's fine. Soon these things won't become a problem. Oh no, the humans are unhappy now. It is a surprise. You really have to annoy people to get unhappy humans in this game. As you can tell how unrealistic this game is, if humans are the happiest. Whoa. That was a weird screen effect there that I paused on. Right. Another cornerstone. We have nothing that useful. Let's just go for the reinforced axes. More wood cutting speed is good. And we can get some more newcomers. I'm not actually sure if I need more people. I think I have enough people. We can hand in clothing with people though. Said people an awful lot there. It now sounds weird. Guild house. Let's have a look what's in this forbidden glade. Oh, and deal with this Harmony Spirit Altar. Almost forgot about that. Calm the spirits. Haven't got enough amber, but hopefully I'll learn a second. Yeah, we're just going to have to call the trader straight away, I think. A little bit of an impatience cost for there, but we are stabilising a bit. Really feel the difficulty level spike. We can thankfully sell all of these mushrooms and all of this leather and all this stone. I have so much crap. Look at that. Finally we got the trader that we needed. We can buy supplies for biscuits as well. That is what we wanted. Probably sell some more of the stone. Some more of this leather. There we go. That's a proper trade. Okay, pottery and wine, and then we have the amber that we need. Good. Let's have a look in this glade. Little park over this copper ore. I don't need it. Nice park and garden. Upgrade our health again. We just need another bakery, really. Not much space. There's all these mushrooms in awkward places. No idea what blueprint would be good here. Maybe a tavern. Tavern could be useful. Monastery, actually, I think we'll pick that. Because that reduces hostility. That would be very nice. We can fill our guild house now. This will distribute our wine to the beavers, and it also gives us a perk, which means that traders arrive 50% quicker. And for every... we gain a stack of wealth, which is +1 to happiness, every time we sell 60 goods. And we have our dangerous forbidden glade, and in here we have a normal mole this time instead of a dangerous one, who wants to be fed or chased away. Well, feeding him would be nice, but I do not have enough to feed him. So I'm probably just going to chase him away with 45 stones. Which is quite a lot of stones to just throw at a big mole. That's what we're going to do. I'm going to do it quicker. And we have the giant proto-fungus. Unfortunately, I don't have an upgraded herbalist camp to actually harvest this. Let's see if we can find one. No, we've got the forager's camp. Yeah, harvesting this gives mushrooms, pigment, water skins, insects, and somehow gives you pickled goods as well. Not sure how you get jars of stuff out of a fungus. Naturally grown jars. You see, I actually have a lot of food, I have a lot of happiness, and we're actually getting people happy enough to be past this blue barrier, so we're gaining reputation. Even with this plus 300 hostility of the forest, which is actually going to hit at a really bad time. That is going to overlap with the storm season. This is going to be a problem. We're going to have 40 seconds of a very, very nasty storm. There's nothing I can do about that, unfortunately. We're just going to speed things up and hope, I think. Probably build this smelter. It's been sat in my blueprints for a long time and I still haven't built it. Let's actually get it made. Turns out I didn't really need it this game. Okay, here comes a hostility level 8 storm. You are going to see all of these people drop to the very, very negatives. Imagine even 43 happiness on my beavers probably still won't even be enough. Here we go. Ooh, it's just enough on the beavers. They go from 42 to 5. Oh, and everyone's dying. Oh dear. Yeah, this is bad. There's only 20 seconds left of this. Reduce hostility a little bit, but here we go. 10, 9, 8. Okay, and reduce hostility by 300. There we go. Wow, quite a lot of people died, but it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Well, how many tools do I have? I have 30. We can just send one of these caches to the Citadel, and that's probably going to be another victory, even though this really didn't feel like it should have been one. We almost have our reputation bar to where it needs to be. We have tons of very useless goods. We have tons of leather and copper ore, but no place to smelt it until right now. Can maybe start smelting some of this. Haven't got any wood to smelt it with though. Not very useful. Yeah, everyone is so happy, mostly because their services are filled. These give a big jump to happiness, luxury and education being very high. And humans are naturally just kind of happy. See the bar in the bottom left crawling along. Here comes victory any second now. And there it is. Oh, and we hit level 13. Which gives us access to the furnace, the manufactory. What does the furnace do? It is copper bars, bricks and pie. The manufactory is training gear, pigments and packs of provisions. The tinkerer is tools, training gear and packs of building materials. Then we have cornerstones. Wood production increased by 2, but the storm is 40% longer. That sounds horrible. Lumber tax gained 1 amber for every 50 wood produced. Or a bed and breakfast. The traders pay me every time they arrive. That sounds quite nice. We have some deeds to hand in. These are like just mini objectives. Give us a little bit of XP. Oh, we got another cornerstone. The fresh rain still glows softly. The rain's essence gained 4 crystallized dew for every 20 resin produced. That's could be quite good. And let's do some more of our roguelite upgrades. Another embarkation point would actually be very nice. Let's get 2. Okay. Fantastic. That is another city done.